Good evening and a warm welcome to your favorite English bulletin, The News. You're broadcasting live from TVT studios here in Lomé. Here are the headlines. The President of the Council for Assessment Singwe has emphasized the importance of ensuring that public policies funded under the 2026 Finance Bill translate into tangible benefits for citizens. Highlighting the need for efficiency, accountability, and measurable outcomes, the President of the Council called for strategic allocation of resources to programs that generate real social and economic impact. The spirit of innovation is taking center stage this week as the 15th edition of Global Entrepreneurship Week kicks off. From across the country, young entrepreneurs, women leaders, and innovators are gathering to showcase their crafts and connect with investors, all under the theme of building together. Stay with us, we bring you all the details shortly. It is always a pleasure to have you join us. Togo's 2026 Finance Bill marks a decisive push for results-driven governance with record investments and a renewed call from the President of the Council for Assessment Singwe to ensure that every public policy delivers real, measurable impact for citizens. Largely centered on social programs, the budget highlights President of the Council's priorities in health, education, and social protection while reinforcing commitments to security and economic transformation. Chrissy Glade tells us more in this report.
The 2026 budget balanced at 2,740.5 billion CFA francs reflects a 14.4% increase compared to 2025. It was drafted in a context of moderate and uneven global growth. The document is built on prudent fiscal management and stronger domestic resource mobilization in line with the strategic guidelines set by the President of the Council for Assessment Singwe, which projects national growth at 6.5% in 2026. Up from 6.2% in 2025. This outlook surpasses the West African Economic and Monetary Union forecast of 5.7% and exceeds the 4.1% projection of the Economic Community of West African States. This performance reflects the healthier macroeconomic framework and stricter management of public finances, result of the economic reforms implemented in recent years under the leadership of the President of the Council. It also enables Togo to meet WAEMU convergence criteria and confirms its commitments under the ongoing program with the International Monetary Fund. The 2026 budget places strong emphasis on social sectors. Nearly 48% of public spending is allocated to health, education, and social projection. Resources dedicated to economic transformation increased by 29.3%, reinforcing key sectors such as agriculture, industry, and the digital economy, while aiming to stimulate private investment. Security and defense remain high priority in order to address multifaceted threats and safeguard national stability. In light of these challenges, the President of the Council has set firm expectations, strict monitoring of budgeted projects, regular field visits to assess progress, and the adoption of corrective measures where necessary. These directives reaffirm his insistence that public policies must translate into concrete improvements in the lives of citizens.
And here in Togo, ensuring workplace ethics and protection remains a major challenge, especially in the media and public institutions. This week, the High Authority for Audiovisual and Communication, HAC, is leading the charge with a specialized training on fighting against workplace harassment. The initiative aims to equip professionals with the tools to prevent, identify, and effectively address harassment issues in order to foster a safer and more ethical stable work environment. We'll bring you more developments on the training in our subsequent bulletins. Continuing its mission of deepening collaboration between the government and national institutions, the Minister for Relations with Institutions and Parliament visited the High Authority for the Prevention and Fight Against Corruption, Haplusia. This was to gain first-hand insight into Haplusia's mandate and operations in safeguarding public integrity. Kwesi Glay tells us more in this report.
The Minister of Relations with Parliament and Institutions paid a working and courteous visit to the High Authority for the Prevention and Fight Against Corruption and Related to Offences, Haplusia. The visit offered an opportunity to learn more about the institution's mission, mandate, and overall functioning. It also aligns with the Minister's core responsibility, strengthening the link between the government and the Republic's institutions. The initiative was warmly welcomed by Haplusia. During this meeting, which marked the final stop of his institutional tour, the Minister of Relations with Parliament and Institutions, Jibel Bawara, expressed his appreciation to the leaders of the institutions already visited. These include the Constitutional Court, Ashkrun, the National Human Rights Commission, the Court of Auditors, the HAC, the National Assembly, and the Senate. Through this tour, the minister seeks to position himself as an effective bridge connecting institutions, Parliament, and the government, ensuring the efficient functioning of public authorities while remaining attentive to citizens' needs, expectations, and aspirations.
And on Monday, November 17, 2025, the preparation meeting of the Committee of Experts appointed by the Ministries of Higher Education of the member countries of the Interstate School of Veterinary Sciences and Medicines of Dakar was held in Lomé. The session precedes the 54th ministerial meeting of the institution's board scheduled for November 20 and 21. Experts are reviewing technical files, financial reports, and the proposed expansion plans. Their recommendations will guide the strategic decisions for the 14 member states for the coming year. Afifa Nushugan has more details in this report.
In Lomé, experts from the 14 member states of the Interstate School of Veterinary Sciences and Medicine of Dakar are reviewing the institution's financial reports, its planned expansion projects, and various regulatory tests. This preparatory meeting precedes the 54th ordinary session of the Interstate School of Veterinary Sciences and Medicine of Dakar Board of Directors, scheduled for November 20th and 21st. The minister delegates to the Minister of National Education, responsible for higher education and scientific research, emphasized the pivotal role of the Interstate School of Veterinary Sciences and Medicines of Dakar in addressing international health challenges. He noted that member countries are confronted with increasingly stringent sanitary standards governing international trade in animals and animal-derived products. In this context, the school must continue to serve as a leading academic, scientific, and technical institution for the region. Established in Dakar, Senegal in 1968, the Interstate School of Veterinary Sciences and Medicine plays a key role in specializing fields such as veterinary medicine, animal production, epidemiology, and the management of animal resources.
And in the effort to fight the viral disease that threatens sheep and goat herds across the country, experts are finalizing a national strategic plan. The strategic plan seeks to improve vaccinations, strengthen monitoring, and protect the livelihoods of thousands of livestock farmers across the territory. Kwesi Glay tells us more.
Small ruminant morbillivirus disease, a highly contagious viral disease that affects sheep and goats affect hundreds of herds each year across West Africa. In Togo, this disease poses a direct threat to the livelihood of thousands of livestock breeders, as animal rearing remains the primary source of income for many households. Technical experts, veterinarians, and agricultural sector partners have convened to validate the National Strategic Plan for the Control and Eradication of the Disease. This new strategic plan aims to strengthen epidemiological surveillance, improve large-scale vaccination efforts, train field officers, and establish an effective early warning system. The validation of this plan will help harmonize disease control efforts nationwide and provide more structured support to livestock breeders. This initiative is expected to significantly reduce losses in livestock production, enhance food security, and strengthen the economic resilience of rural households.
Togo has officially launched health insurance for informal sector workers. To clarify the scope of this new scheme, a national campaign for information, awareness, and enrollment began on November 17, 2025 in Dapmau. This marks the operational phase of the implementation of the reform, which aims to extend social protection to all workers in Togo's informal economy. Kwesi Gley tells us more.
Following the successful rollout of the universal health insurance, Togo has taken a significant step forward by extending health coverage to non-salaried workers through the AMU TNS program. The initiative was presented in Dapao to prospective beneficiaries, aiming to provide thousands of workers, including artisans, traders, farmers, livestock breeders, and individual entrepreneurs with equitable access to healthcare previously preserved for the formal sector. This represents the major milestone in realizing the social vision of the President of the Council for Sosimnanya Singbe. Contribution can be made under several options: 10,000 CFA francs per month, 28,500 CFA francs per quarter, 40,000 CFA francs per semester, or 102,000 CFA francs per year. These contributions give beneficiaries full access to all services offered under the program nationwide. Integrating non-salaried workers into the AMU system fulfills the promise of a fair, sustainable, and solidarity-based health coverage. The initiative has been warmly received by the participants as the AMU TNS program makes universal health insurance accessible to all. The governor of the Savannah region welcomed the initiative, highlighting that the campaign addresses a long-standing need, providing access to health care and reducing economic vulnerability.
And from one campaign to another, the Ministry of Social Affairs, through its campaign trails, are helping communities to better understand the laws that grant women equal say in work, inheritance, and family decisions, while also providing support to fight gender-based discrimination and domestic violence. These efforts reflect the government's ongoing commitment to ensure gender equality and social justice, legal reforms translating into real change across the entire nation. Awifan Chugan tells us more.
The Ministry of Social Affairs is conducting a nationwide campaign to inform citizens about reforms to the Personal and Family Code. Previously, women needed their husband's permission to work or take out loans, and inheritance and land rights often favored boys over girls. Reforms in 2012, 2014, and 2018 have addressed these inequalities, granting women equal rights in parental authority, marital residence decisions, and inheritance. Despite the legal changes, some communities still struggle with gender-based discrimination and domestic violence. To support citizens, the ministry has established listening and support centers across the country, including the Women's House, prefectural social offices, and local social centers, along with hotlines, VBG, and Allo 1108284. Since 2018, over 400 people have been trained to raise awareness on these reforms, reflecting the government's commitment to gender equity and social justice, a priority in the agenda of the President of the Council.
The 15th edition of Global Entrepreneurship Week kicked off this Monday, shining the spotlight on innovation, local initiatives, and the talented individuals fueling the entrepreneurial ecosystem. Packed with workshop discussions and exhibitions, the week-long event offers a dynamic platform for creativity and collaboration. There's more in this report. A full week dedicated to creativity and entrepreneurial boldness is underway. For the 15th edition of Global Entrepreneurship Week, the Global Entrepreneurship Network Togo has organized a series of activities, discussions, and networking events running through to November 23, 2025. The initiative aims to give a fresh boost to Togo's entrepreneurial ecosystem.
The Global Entrepreneurship Week is a program that is a worldwide program celebrated in various countries, and in Togo we are on the 15th edition. The particularity of this year is that so many activities are included in the program. We have master classes during the weeks. We have panels where we talk about entrepreneurship, how we can benefit from all the entrepreneurship support structures that we have in Togo. We also launched a program almost 5 months ago concerning it's a championship concerning the women entrepreneurs in Greenfield. And we are going to offer 4 different prizes to the winners. It's for the first time during the Entrepreneurship Week program that we are having such an activity.
The launch also featured a tour of the exhibition stands where around 2,000 entrepreneurs are expected to participate throughout the week. Exhibitors have the opportunity to showcase their innovations and forge strategic partnerships.
Adasal means African Design Art of Recycling. We are here to showcase our production, our creation, to let the world see what I create.
Exhibitions, entrepreneurs hope to bring their products closer to the public, access financing more easily, and benefit from stronger legal protection to support the growth of their businesses. And that brings us to the end of today's bulletin. Thanks to my wonderful team and to you, cherished viewers, for watching. Stay tuned to our channel for more updates. And remember to always think positive because we are what we think. Have a wonderful evening. See you next time. Goodbye.
Découvrez la télévision togolaise.